Now, two things. A person always knows, but a person has to always do something for themselves. When you do these things, you have attained to a heartfelt level. And what it is establishing one's heart, which takes a lot of hard work, takes a lot of dedication, takes a lot of time. When one establishes their heart, then you can have those aspects which one considers oneself. So if I say I have Iman, I have to establish the Iman in my heart. If I say uh, if I say I uphold Tawheed, I have to establish Tawheed in my heart. If I say I uphold wisdom and knowledge, I have to establish those in my heart. If I say I uphold Akida, I have to establish those in my heart. This is how Islam works. And when you establish it in your heart, you establish it in your mind. See there, this is Islam. But when you don't do those things, you can still get around to having those things. Once you establish them in your heart, you have reached like a pinnacle of Islam. Because Iman is in the heart, but it's in this heart. It's not in this heart first. It's not in anywhere else first. It's not in your nothing first. It's normally going to be in your heart when you first establish it. But all in all, I think a usual shahada or usual uh, uh, what you call it, a usual faith-based type, what you call it, not sacrament or ritual, but really like in I forgot the name of, but there's like this word where you could do stuff like almost like baptism or a shahada, but there's a word for those things. And when you do those things, I think those things might help establish it too. See, I'm crazy though, because I didn't do a normal shahada when I was messing around. And then I did a shahida and then all types of stuff like that. I joined some stuff dealing with Ya Allah ministries, dealing with Cherokee Native Americans. So if I praise Jesus Christ, I don't praise Jesus Christ like his name Jesus. I praise a Cherokee named Lil Cree. And he's like Jesus to me. And shit. And that's how it works. But all in all, people look at stuff and think like, yeah, metaphysically speaking, bruh really is on point. I'd be like, yeah, I can be on point metaphysically. But as of late, I've been metaphysically inclined beyond my wildest dreams. It just been making my days a lot better. But it also makes them a lot more my frequency a lot more elevated. Maybe not physically, but at least like with my actions of my day to day. Because see, we think these days that our being is dealing in we need to do this first or we need to do that first, but not as in taking steps to just do it. We saying we gotta go through these roadblocks just to get to where we want to get. But all in all, everything that we learn, like about our power and stuff, if we not just on hard dope or something, hard drugs, those things are normally at our fingertips. Because like let's say Wunu Wapu, when I learned my existence, I thought like, man, yeah, man, that stuff's cool. I would love to get into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? From the sun mind, to the rest of the powers dealing in Wunuwapu, dealing with like the ancestors and those particular uh inner principles they represent in the anthropomorphic. But all in all, to get to that, is more so uh at our fingertips because it's within us. It's a part of us. It's something we can just do. But it takes time. It takes dedication. You have to really seek. See, I'm happy right now because I have attained to sun mind. See the rays in my face, see the sun rays, see I've attained the sun mind. But normally if a person gets sun mind, in my opinion, you have to seek it. You can't have sun mind if you haven't sought it. And that's the key. If you want sun mind, or if you want creative slot, if you want authoritative utterance, or if you want husia, heka, or if you want to do the powers of Asa, Aset, any of those powers, every one of those powers, you have to seek them first. See, that's the key. But it's levels to it because there's so many powers you can use from that background of ancestry that all in all, when you seek it, you have to seek it one step at a time. And you don't want to let the powers overcome you, because 9 times out of 10, if you don't watch it, the powers can cause imbalance because it's very powerful. And then there's a lot of beings who you'll find is involved with you in your life who you might not have been aware of, but know of. But when you start to use your powers, you'll realize, wow, man, I see what's going on. There's some real stuff going on. But all in all, some beings do evil. They say they're worse. But all in all, they be ancestors, and some of them be stuff like family and friends of ancestry. But what you had to do is really just look at them for the principle in them. Like, what's the balance? Like, not even the balance, but you had to look at, like, what is the positivity in this, and make something out of that, and stuff.